Now, your money masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you being here with us each and every day. Don't forget, folks, if you are just listening on audio, you can get us on Tiger TV, Channel 1. Market-wise out here, what you have is that we get the Dow off 27, NASDAQ off 35, S&P's off 7.5. You got gold up 4, silver's down 46 cents. You have platinum down 11 bucks. Platinum's got hit pretty hard the last few days. Dollar index is down 36 at 75. We get the bonds flat at 133.20. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
What a day yesterday, huh?
Pretty intense, man.
You
No
know,
doubt.
I mean, they always say it was down 5-something, was really down about 6 when you took a look at the futures market. You know, from the night before.
Percentage-wise,
you know?
no doubt. And, folks, we had, no doubt, we did come in with monster volume, too. We did $1.8 billion on the NYSE. We did $3.3. And the NASDAQ, bottom line is that what that sets up is that sets up a lot lower prices in the future.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and you just take a look at the weekly, you know, we're barreling in there with big volume on the weekly.
Huge.
And,
Huge.
you know, past you know, a whole lot of support that's out there.
Right.
And look, you've been talking about it. We've been talking about, you know, the volume at the bottoms at March 16th.
Yeah.
You know, and every time we've gone up to the top, we've had much lighter volume than volume at the bottom. And you know, it's just a while before you know, the volume's telling you where it is you want to go eventually.
And
doesn't mean that it happens necessarily.
Well, what happens is this: is that the longer that you have the expansion without the volume, which we had, and the longer you have distribution, which we've had, the more problematic it is, and that's what's laying out there right now.
Yeah.
And folks, it's in all indices, and of course the counterintuitive deal is going to be the culprit is going to be the U.S. dollar, which is just amazing. But the fact of the matter is that's what it is. Now, you know what's amazing is that the Bank of New York yesterday. Did you see what ended up happening with the Bank of New York? If you have over $50 million and you're putting it in the bank, they want to charge you.
That's right. I saw. Yeah.
They want to charge you, folks. Okay, so they're trying to push money. That well, let's put it this way: they don't want the cash because they don't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And
that's really wild, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is. It absolutely is. And that has to do with the you get FDIC insurance, and for as much cash as that they have to pay insurance on it. But the bigger issue goes like this: if the cash is in the bank, then the correlation, because we're in the fiat system, meaning how much cash has to be held versus lent out, turns into a different situation. So their balance sheets get skewed. You know, because the banks are still broke. That's the bottom line. And they're trying to make money on a curve, but they're having a problem at this particular point. You know, we'll see what in fact the Feds are going to end up doing.
Yeah, you know, about a month ago, you know, folks, look, I've got my background is pretty varied, but one of them, you know, I've been a bean counter, a CPA, you know, for 30+ years.
Right.
So I know numbers, so you know, fundamentals or what have you. And I wanted to see, so about a month ago or so, maybe 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, I started trying to dig into all the financials of the top 10 banks just to understand, you know, what their working capital really looked like.
Yes.
And I wanted to go back to 2007, 2008. So I was going to do 7, 8, 9, 10, and whatever their most recent filings were. Now, if you go to Yahoo Finance and take a look at the balance sheets, all the information that's in there is just incorrect. So then I had to start digging into the 10Ks, the Qs, just to see what information. It is so hard the way that they categorize everything. You know, to really go through and really understand.
What a game, right?
Yeah. To really understand, you know, it should be simple, folks. You know, look, I've done all kinds of public filings, you know, and financial statements, you know, and the MD&A disclosures. It needs to be easy for investors, you know, to be able to go in there and take a look at it. But it is so difficult to go in there. Finally, I just got so frustrated. I said, the heck with it.
Yeah, totally. So, no.
But I want to understand,
it's all fraud.
You know, what's the real story?
Yeah, the real story is that they're still broke. They're really, you know, if we go over and we take a look at BAC, Bank of America, folks, you know, you get BAC out there at 8.69 right now, down, you know, from 15 bucks. It's trading back in, you know, 2009 levels, and the bottom line is it wants to go lower. You know, so and that has to do with mark to fantasy versus mark to market. As soon as the regulators let them get away with, you know, not marking to market, bottom line, and they couldn't mark to market, folks, because if they did, they'd actually be bankrupt. There's no doubt about it. And when you talk about the SEC, talk about blowing something. You know, yesterday, so you know, you had the big hedge fund, you know, guy that, you know, he got guilty, the girl got guilty, and this is all going back to Gupta, folks, okay, who was a manager, was a director of Goldman Sachs, was the CEO of McKinsey, which is McKinsey, folks, if you don't know them, they are one of the largest consultants in the world. They seem to always make their way into companies, and basically if you get a McKinsey consultant into your company, let me tell you something, folks, the CEO is going to be gone, the McKinsey, that's how they work. Bottom line is that the SEC had to drop the case, and
yeah. So
because they had blown the whole deal, and well, this is my take on it. My take on it, that the guy is so powerful and Goldman's so powerful, they just crushed it, man.
Yeah.
They just crushed it. It's going to go away, and you know, someone always has to give it up. And the bottom line is that they got the rest of them. So,
you're talking about that BAC chart, you know, and I've got it up here. And just so that people can just see how, you know, how this works, how the technical stuff works. You know, if you just take a look at the quick A to B equals C to D down. Okay. Okay, it takes you down to $6.34. Now, here's what's really crazy about it, just how these numbers come together.
Right.
If you go all the way back to the lows on BAC, which is $2.53 back on February 20th, 2009, all the way up to the top.
Right.
The .618 retracement, $6.24.
Wow.
624 versus what did I say, 634?
Yes.
You know, and so that's where, you know, that's where it's coming. It's and I don't have the volume up here right now on the weeklies. But
well, this is pretty cool, because this is what's cool. What you do have happening is this, folks, and this is where it's going to tell us, you know, whether my 825 will hold, or we go to the bottom. And this is what it is. The banks right now are at the May 2009 levels. Now, they are coming into them with dramatically lighter volume.
Yeah.
And that is a huge heads up, folks. So what the heads up there is if you get a rejection, of course, and it's on lighter volume, well, that's going to be it. That's going to be saying, okay, that's where we want to go. They will move off that. So the market's always giving you basically signals, folks, and it's your job to listen as to what it's saying. Because if we look at the weekly right now on BAC, you know, you're coming into 3.6 billion shares. Well, you know, bottom line is that BAC absolutely has done some volume this week, but we're not even close to a billion.
No, and you can take a look, actually, if you know, we've crossed that B point on lighter volume.
Right.
You know, so what would be a beautiful trade is let this thing get all the way down to 633. We'd have a Tiger Gartley.
Yeah.
Right?
And people would be going bonkers.
Yeah.
They'd be saying, no, that's it. They'll be saying, that's it. And we'll be saying, now is that time to buy. Now, market-wise, let's talk about market a little, because yesterday we were talking about it. We were looking for a bounce. I was looking for a bounce. Bottom line, didn't get a bounce. Got smoked in a big way downtown. Now, what we have got is this. Yesterday we got a downtick, folks, of minus 1602.
Yeah.
Now, the way a downtick works, and what that means specifically is that within 1 minute, you get about 3,000 active NYSE stocks. 1,600 were going downtown on the bid side within 1 minute. The way that bottoms get made is that you need a second downtick that is 30%. You can take 30% off of the first downtick. In this particular case, we got the second downtick right about 20 minutes ago, which you got a minus 1564. You have the 5-day arms up there, 13.
Yeah.
So those are in place. Now what you need, folks, is a rejection of lows. And the bottom line is that you get a rejection of lows, then you get that bounce. And that bounce, folks, bottom line, is going to be the B2C of a monster ABC down. You know, so I'm not sure what the market and what folks that want people to buy will do to basically push this market up. But there's something out here that, you know, saying, okay, it does want to bounce somewhat. So it's going to be wild watching it, no doubt. Silver's getting hit this morning. Gold's still hanging up there. I mean, gold's up $1.50. Oil is $86, and you know, bonds. Bottom line, you know, you talking about volatility this morning, huge. Bonds have gone up and down, folks, already 20 points. 20 points up, 20 points down, 27 points down, actually. You know, ticks, that is. And 1 point, well, not points, folks, ticks. When I'm saying ticks, 32 ticks equal 1 point. But big numbers, man.
Yeah. So tell us about this morning on CNBC. You know, how'd that go for you?
It went good. Well, they evidently, Santelli and, I was on with Santelli and Boris Schlossman, and Santelli and Leisman, I guess, have this ongoing thing. So they're talking about Castle Burgess for a while. But bottom line is that, Joe had said to me that, hey, listen, man, you say gold's going down for quite a while, and he's absolutely right. And I brought up to the point that, listen, if you own the physical gold, you've made money. If you own the equities, people that, their listeners in particular, sitting there scratching their head saying, hey, why have I lost money? Yeah. Because the equities are down 20, 30%. And what that has to do with, folks, is currency. It's all about currency. And, the example I gave is Gold Corp. Great company. Yeah. Bottom line, it's like, why is it basically down 25%? It's down 25% because the expenses are in the country you're dealing with, in this case, Canadian dollar, huge expansion. They get paid in U.S. dollars, and the equities get croaked. And I was suggesting that, go over to South Africa, because that's where the big next play in gold, folks, are the South African equities. Right? Yeah. I mean, we own them right now, but that's the play. And what that has to do with is the rand dollar versus the U.S. dollar. Gold can pull back $300 and it won't mean a thing to the South Africans, which is really sick. But what we have, and this is what's so cool, once you wrap your head around currency, folks, you can understand markets much more, because it's not what you make, it's what you keep. And the only reason any of us are working is what you can buy for or barter for or whatever that is. For sure. If you keep that in mind, you are a much better investor. That's so it's going to be wild watching this thing shake out. And the second part of gold, if you just the metal itself, folks, is that when the dollar does move, okay, like the last couple of days, the dollar moved yesterday, gold still stayed flat. Gold has been staying up there in a big way. When this gets hit, though, it'll be pretty fast. Most of the time.
Now we had some, on the continuous contract, we had some good volume in yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
We did. Really good volume.
Now, no doubt, and there's an ABC there, inside there, the 1723. I don't think we're going to get it, but that is there. Yeah. Now, the difference is, though, down at the last time at that 1500, we should be pushing 268,000 contracts, and it's 158. So that's like, okay. And all it's going to take, by the way, folks, inside the gold contract itself, is for Paulson to sell any of his actual GLD. Okay. Paulson is the largest owner of GLD right now. Soros sold all of his. Well, actually, if you're watching Tiger TV, I'll show you what Soros did. And he's got 49,000 shares left out of 4.5 million.
No kidding.
Yeah, and I'll bring this up. You stay right there, folks. We'll bring this up, and I'll show you for all the sellers versus the buyers, and it's pretty intense. This is Steve Rhodes. This is Tom O'Brien with you. Coming right back.
Wow. Look at that.
Is that intense?
Yeah.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Direction's alternative strategy funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds. I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit tfnn.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC. For some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us each and every morning. We have the Dow up 47 right now. Nasdaq's up 3. S&Ps are up 2.5. Gold's up $1.50. Silver's off 40 cents. And what we're talking about, and what you're going to see here, folks, is this, is that I've just pulled up the GLD, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a couple different things for you. First, I'm going to pull up the amount of who owns the largest shares in the GLD.
And folks, you got to turn into Tiger TV right now so you can see this. I mean, this is such great information.
Right. These will actually here. Well, first off, let me do this. First, I'm just going to actually put up by, let's see, accounts held. And the reason I'm going to put account held first is this. Account held tells you the highest percentage level versus the lowest level. And what you have here, folks, is this. You're looking at John Paulson. He owns 31,500,000 shares of the GLD.
As of March 31st.
As of March 31st. Now, the reason that's important, of course, is that he's been in that. He's made big, big money in that. But his fund hasn't. His fund right now, the largest fund that he actually holds us in, is actually down.
Yeah.
And the reason being is that this part is up, but many of the equities are down. So what your risk is inside the GLD is that he starts selling off. So let me show you now. I'm going to show you. But now that would be, right now that's still bullish. But I want to show you, first I'm going to show you who has been buying. Okay? Well, first I'll show you who's selling, because this is a big number. Now you can see the very top. And the last filing was March 31st. He had Soros basically sell everything. He's got 49,000 left. He sold 4.6 million
shares.
That's right. Goldman Sachs sold two-thirds of their position. They sold 2 million shares. Eaton Park sold 2 million. They're about even.
Yeah.
Morgan Stanley sold just a small amount. Okay. So now let's go, and this is where this gets really interesting. Now I'm going to bring you as to who is buying. Okay. Now watch this. Okay, so we're buying good old J.P. Morgan Chase. Now, this is where this really gets interesting, because the conspiracy deal goes that J.P. Morgan Chase, number one, has the biggest short position inside the silver market, not necessarily the gold market.
Yeah,
but you can see J.P. Morgan Chase, big numbers. They were buying. Okay?
Big time.
Now, Lockheed Martin, I figure they're going to get absolutely smoked. Lockheed Martin looks to me, that's a June 30th filing, folks. That is saying that, you know, they just bought, and they bought for their pension fund, and they bought all at once.
Near the highs.
Near the highs. No doubt. Woo. Okay? Now, the next one gets really interesting, because the next one, this is Jeff Vinnick. Now, Vinnick is smart beyond belief, okay? Now, that filing is March 31. And, you know, we'll see where that shakes out, but that's...
Where did he show up on the holdings? He wasn't even in the top 10.
No, he's not,
right?
because it has beside it, so you can see beside it, that's only 0.31.
Okay, got it.
It's 0.3%.
Yeah.
You know, can you glean information out of this? Yes, you can, folks, because what happens is this, is I'll show you something else. I'm gonna go over to, I'll put Gold Corp up. What happens, what I glean out of this is always where Fidelity's going. And the reason being, Fidelity, fund-wise, you know, when they move in and move out of equities, it's huge.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, you can see in Gold Corp, they own 6.3% of it. Okay? So that's not a bad deal. If we go, let's see who was selling first. And if we're selling, you can see what happens. Goldman Sachs selling Gold Corp, Van Eck, BlackRock. There's a lot of sellers there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sellers. If we go into who's buying it, let's see what and this is where the bull and bear comes in. Ameritrade. Now, that Ameritrade one, folks, that's going to be a fund. That's what's going on there. Wellington is a big one. The reason Wellington's a big one is that Wellington is set up. If Fidelity buys, Wellington buys, and State Street buys. They're all, actually, you know, it's pretty amazing. So when I lived in Boston, I lived in Weston. And we all actually went to the same church, which is St. Thomas's. This is pretty sick, including, and Vinnick was there then at that point, too. Now, Vinnick is Jewish, but he's married to a Irish Catholic girl. Yeah. So we're all at the same church. It's pretty sick, because it was a small church. And Stansky, which was after Vinnick was there. But anyway, what happens, folks, these guys don't call each other up. What they do is this. You can tag them on these Bloombergs. So what they do is that you tag the other fund, and as soon as the filings get that's what they do. I got them tagged out here. So what happens is that as it happens, the tag comes right in.
Yeah.
You know. So bottom line is that
you gotta love technology.
Yeah,
right?
Well,
because you use it to your advantage.
It's on Rubicon it was huge.
Yeah.
On Rubicon in 3 minutes it was 15%. Yeah. And what that was about, if you got that trade, what the Rubicon deal was, they halted in Canada, didn't halt it in the United States.
Yeah.
AEM had come in, they'd done the deal. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Volatility, folks, we got it in spades out here.
Up and down, up and down.
No doubt. Dow's up 34, Nasdaq's flat, S&P's are flat, and we're going to be right back, folks.
Volatility is key to any active trader's success. In today's market, volatility is king, and Tom O'Brien has been capitalizing on this market in both of his newsletters. For a brief 10-day period, we're opening up a 2-week free trial to both of Tom's newsletters to all listeners. Now is the perfect time to see how Tom uses volume analysis to capitalize on this trader's market with epic volatility on a daily basis. From now till August 10th only, you can sign up for a free trial to Tom O'Brien's newsletters, Market Insights, and the Gold Report, even if you've had a trial subscription previously. Usually this offer is only open to new customers, but we're so excited about the current market and the opportunities presented that we're opening up this offer to all returning customers as well for 10 days only. As a trader, now is the perfect time to act. Log on to tfnn.com today and you'll see a link directly on the front page for your 2-week free trial. Don't miss out on this one-of-a-kind opportunity in this one-of-a-kind market. Act today.
Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
So let's go to our man, Dan from Reading, Massachusetts. Dan, are you on the line?
I am. I got a call that I won that Great Panther giveaway.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Hey. That's great. That's great. Did you believe you were going to be a winner?
I doubted it. I don't usually win, but pleased to win.
Starting Tuesday, June 21st through Labor Day, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only. One lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins.
Today's winner is Len Winograd from Hollandale, Florida. How are you today, Len?
Never better. I feel so good. I should be twins.
Congratulations. Beautiful silver coin. How long have you been listening to TFNN, Len?
I listen every day for the last 4 years.
Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for more information. Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading in the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, as well as more than 35 different mining equities. For the low price of $150, you will receive 13 weeks of the Gold Report, or you can order up to a full year for under $500. If you'd like to find out more about the Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com, or for more information, call our office at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you joining us, folks, each and every day. And don't forget, folks, at TFNN, we start programming at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We go from 9 to 1 every day, 3 to 6. And, of course, all that programming you can get at TFNN. You can get it on all devices. If you have an Apple device, just go to the App Store, TFNN, free, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you have a Microsoft device, a BlackBerry device, a RIM or Android device, in your browser, just put tfnn.mobi. Okay, so let's talk about the cycles a little. So if the cycle, we know that, so it basically failed. So now that it's released that information, that
absolutely
that means it's just the opposite. Yeah.
Everything has failed.
Right.
You know, and so all the cycle patterns have failed, and you know what I'll be doing this weekend is spending a lot of time just diving into the details,
right,
and really looking for the market. If the market will bounce up to a certain level, then we'll go ahead and and short this thing.
Because you showed me before, when they fail, you can actually take the amount that we've gone, right, and then add that on.
Yeah. You know, what happened was, in this case here, we were coming into a new moon. Right. So typically new moons on this pattern that we've been trading since the before August time frame of 2010.
Okay.
You know, we've been selling the new moon. Now, when the market was, you know, typically you want to sell as the market's moving up to you.
Right.
But in this case here, it was one of the few times where in the new moon, the market was moving down into it. So I went back and did even further studies on how often was the market moving down into a new moon. And what I found was that when the market was actually moving down into a new moon, 73% of the time, it created an area where you would bounce.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, you know, which was strong information.
For sure.
You know, because we had that. We had the moon at perigee, which typically had been showing a turn. We had different aspects that were all occurring in that same time.
Yes.
And so it was every indication to say, okay, the moon is is moving down, or the market's moving down in the new moon.
Right.
And so it gave us great information and a great probability to go ahead and play the bounce.
Right.
Now, when it failed, and we gave ourselves a wide enough stop.
Yes.
Okay. And when that failed, it really released a bunch of it. It is broadcasting to us this market.
Right.
Is technically broke. Now, obviously, you can see that in other ways.
Sure.
But when you start taking a look at these cycles where they've been working so well,
right,
and when that fails, it really releases a ton of information. So now what you have to do is you got to figure out your new battle plan.
Right.
Where are you going to draw your line in the sand? Where does the reward to risk make sense?
Probability.
As the market,
that's right.
As it's moving back. And is there any other piece of information out there? When I went back last night, I was sitting around just taking a look at the markets. I was taking a look at really the last move that we had. If you went back to last May and the move down, and we've pretty much made the same move. Okay, dollar for dollar, as we just made, as of this morning.
Right.
So it's also another indication that we've got these downticks.
Yes.
That you were pointing out.
Yes.
And the market should, at some point in time, let's say in the next couple of days, we should have that bounce. The question is going to be, is it worth it to play the bounce?
I know.
Which we'll have to,
Yeah, right.
Okay. Or do we just sit tight, let it bounce, and then fire away?
And then sell the heck out of
it. If that fails too, okay, it just, everything is failing, which has given us great information. The question is just, when do you want to come in, and play this? And if you go back, just think about this, folks. If you go back to last Sunday night, they were releasing all of the rumors or what have you that they were going to have some kind of debt deal done, right? And what was, in overnight trading, you had the Dow up 180 points, right? And we came in here, and I know my subscribers are saying, "Oh, we missed the move," or what have you.
Right.
And we were patient. We got the move, but we got taken out of the move, obviously, yesterday, and maybe some a little bit the day before. But just think about how weak this market really is. Just think about the information, because we came in on Monday morning, market popped up, sold off, right?
Yes.
And every time with any piece of news or information, good, bad, or indifferent, even the jobs report today, market came up, sold off early.
Yeah.
Right away.
And, it's amazing, folks. You get Europe blaming our debt crisis on their problems. You stay right there. We got Susan from Boca Raton coming up next. We're going to be talking silver. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We'll be right back, folks.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investment Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day. Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now down 15, NASDAQ off 17, S&P's off 5. Let's go to Susan in Boca Raton. Hey, Susan, what's going on?
I'm great. How are you two?
Good.
Doing wonderful. Good to hear your voice.
I just wanted to tell you, I just did a deal with Steve with Tammy on Tuesday.
Yes.
How much fun, easy, and profitable that was.
Oh, good, good.
And was this a Tiger Metal Exchange?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I spoke to him, and he was great. And
good for you.
Check it in the mail, and that's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
And folks, you know, bottom line is that, you know, yeah, it is our company, but you can go anywhere in the whole country, folks, and there's no one that gives you the deal that you're getting. So check it out. If you have... you know,
and Susan, thank you for your business.
No, absolutely.
You know, and we're glad to take care of you. You know, I even sold some things myself yesterday.
Yes.
You know, so went through the closet again, and with gold being up at these levels, just said, you know, there's some things that are sitting around here, and just time to sell.
Yeah, you know, it's a wild hit. So check this out, folks. Okay, we get certain things in here that it's just amazing that people actually sell them. And a few years ago, we got
that gold ball.
No, the gold bull was insane.
But you like the ring?
What I have,
okay.
I have a Notre Dame championship ring that's all gold and diamonds, right? And I was looking at it, I says, man, you know, this thing has gone up so much. It's like, you know, he's coming in yesterday, I said, this is amazing. But yeah, the gold bull was the biggest one we ever got, though.
It was, yeah.
How much did that weigh? I mean, it was almost a pound, right?
Yeah, it was huge.
It was more than a pound, I think.
This was back from the 1950s.
Yeah.
And it was a 50th year wedding anniversary gift, a gold anniversary gift. And obviously it had been passed down.
Right.
And, you know, with gold being at the prices, you know, even at that level,
yes.
It was worth about, back then, it was worth about 25 grand.
Right. And you should, folks,
gold.
What happened is that we were pinging it, right? And the sound was amazing. You go like this, and it would just vibrate, you know, just like a piano going through the whole office.
Yeah.
But that wasn't amazing.
The sad thing was it was going to be melted. I mean,
know, it's terrible.
But, you know, what?
I know.
Yeah.
And that was from a company in Boston, folks. What was the name of that company? You know, when I was growing up, I remember this company. It was a company in Boston that they always, you know, and at that point, by the way, too, folks, gold was only 35. We made
that's right. We went back and we traced it to figure out, you know, how much the company would have spent.
$35 an ounce at that point.
Yeah.
Right. Amazing. So we're going to look at silver, Susan?
Yeah, well, I have a question for you. It's probably very basic, and I know you'll be able to answer it quickly. I just don't understand it. This morning, because the volatility is so big, the silver contract was down, okay? But SLV was up, and ZSL was down. Can you tell, is not ZSL a direct correlation with the silver contract?
It is, and this is what it is, okay? So, folks, what you have to do is this, is that the way that the silver and gold works. You ever noticed at the end of the day, Susan, that you can look at the gold contract, and if you're watching this on TV, folks, even if you're watching on your own screen, when I'm on the air in the afternoon, what you'll see is, here, I'll give you the actual, for instance, because we can do this from yesterday so you can see what happens. What you had yesterday in the gold contract, right, was that gold was actually down at $1,642, okay? Coming into the close, and then depending when you actually looked at my screen, you would have seen gold at $1,659. And the reason for that has to do with how the contract closes in the first session.
Right.
That's what it has to do with. So you got to be understanding about where the futures are and what has been based off at that particular point.
Okay.
I know that you have to do some thinking about that. See, because what ends up happening is that the futures themselves, right, close before the market closes, and then like this morning. So let me go to the SLV and see if I can answer that better for you. Okay, so the SLV this morning opened at $38.35. Okay, and $38.35 is okay. So $38.35 SLV. There she is. Okay, so $38.35. That was the, let's see, the closing tick yesterday.
37.61, I think. No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have 37.61.
That's right. That'll be right. That's right.
Okay.
That's right. And so it's hard to tell whether there's a disconnect there or not. I need both of them up at the same time. That's what I need.
So it's based on prior.
It's based on
prior close.
It's based on prior close, but okay. So let's figure out how you can make money on it. Because I could give you a whole lesson on futures, but that is not enough time here. So tell me what you're trying to do first.
No, I just would always base ZSL directly on SLV, and it's just exact opposite today.
Okay, so that has to do with the futures contract.
With the futures.
That's what it has to do with the close of the futures contract versus where the future contract opened, because that's what it has to do with.
What it is. Okay. All right. A little confusing, but I'll understand that more.
Well, I'll think about this and get a better explanation for you tomorrow, Tuesday.
Tuesday. That'd be wonderful. And I just want to give a shout out to Leanna because she is always very nice and helpful there.
Yeah, we've got a great group of people here. I mean, it's amazing what Tom has assembled here. And it is really a great group of people to work with.
And let me ask one other thing. Is Bud still there, or?
Sure. We didn't hear Bud?
Huh? Is he talking? Is he on the program anymore? What time?
Yeah, he was just on. He's on at 9 o'clock. We got to get you up earlier.
Oh, I guess so. I guess I got to do that.
Oh, we got to get you up earlier.
No, I'm up really early. I just missed that program.
Oh, you got to tune in at 9 a.m.
I'll tune in. I have to hear Bud. Okay, everyone have a great day.
Okay, you too.
Bye.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
no doubt.
And then silver contract, you see at 8:45. A lot of volume came out of that.
Right, this morning.
On this morning.
8:40.
Yep,
okay, so that's
8:45.
What she's looking at. She was looking at yesterday versus the contract where the contract was trading. And that, folks, if you're trading those, what you actually want to do is it'd be nice to understand where the contract is.
Yeah.
Because that's what it trades off of.
You do, and especially if you're trading, look, the ZSL, you've got it's a 3 times play, and so it's a great, intraday vehicle. Right?
Yeah, big time.
And so you want to understand what's going on with the contract. You absolutely do. You put it on to 5 minutes, you can see where all the volume is coming, all the big spikes.
And all the spikes,
all to the downside.
Downtown.
All downtown.
Dow's off 30, S&P's off 24. No, S&P's are off 8. Nasdaq's off 24. We're going to be right back, folks.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Rand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to thefrontoftfnn.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
You've heard Bud Rolfs give his expert technical analysis of the stock market on the radio. Now you can have his superior trading advice and his best stock picks delivered right to your desktop every week with his newsletter, The Torch. Using his own trademarked Warpath trading system, Bud will help you to increase your odds of making and saving money in the markets with powerful stock selection, stock analysis, and trading plan strategies. Published every Monday morning, each issue of The Torch features full-color charts in an easy-to-follow format. You will also receive not only the big picture of what's going on in the major markets and critical sectors, but also featured stock picks with complete trading plans and technical setups, as well as the Subscribers Corner, where Bud analyzes stocks submitted by subscribers. Visit TFNN.com today and receive your 2-week free trial of The Torch. That's a $75 value. Sign up now and make sure you receive all the great market analysis and winning trade ideas in every action-packed issue of The Torch from Bud Rolfs.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, folks. And bottom line is that, going into a Friday, it's going to be hard for this market to go anywhere but flat. Now, when we talk about probabilities, you're going to have another webinar coming up pretty soon, right?
I'm going to be doing a free webcast. We don't have it up on the page yet.
Okay.
But we're going to do that on Wednesday, the 17th of August at 6:30.
Okay.
So it'll be about a half-hour webcast. And, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach people the probability management aspects of really any trade. Whatever equity, whatever ETF, whatever currency it is that they might want to look at it. We'll talk about the tools, and when you take a look at it, it's really so important. Yesterday, look, we got stopped out of my subscribers of everything that we had, except for one trade, okay, that we're still in. Now, and I went back last night just to do and what I do, folks, is I teach people about just risking 1% of their working capital,
which is huge.
And so even though you had the markets down 5%, if you were in, we had some triples that people could have played, that were down 9–10%.
Right.
But what they risked there, what they only lost was the maximum exposure was 1.4% of their total capital.
Right.
Most of the times it was just about 0.4%. And you're going to have days like yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have periods of days like of yesterday, and it's okay. You have to learn how to overcome loss.
Right.
Okay, and and how you use that actually to propel you to
how much you're putting up, what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so, but what was great, look, I got a number of emails from subscribers last night, some of them being so grateful that even though we had a day like yesterday, what they were able to do is they were able to go back and say, before they joined the group,
Right.
they knew how they would have traded.
Okay.
Okay, and they would have continued to hope and hope and hope and watch it go all the way down.
Okay.
And never been able to really pull the trigger.
Right.
You know, and we just simply had the hard stops in. We took our losses.
Right.
And we'll find another trade.
Right.
You know, it's I don't see it out there right now today.
Right.
You know, with a good probability on it. But so folks, it's going to be it's a great educational. It's probably the most important thing that you can learn.
It is. No, it is.
About trading because you know, I know with my subscribers, we're still profitable. We'll make back, you know, whatever we lost. Well, some of lost really 0.4% of the total.
And the reality
capital.
is that, folks, what happens with money management is that you can have, you know, there's plenty of systems out there that are good, but if you have the money management in place, you can have the best system in the world, and if the money management is not in place, you're going to lose money.
Oh,
that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And if you go for grand slams, you're in trouble.
You know, everything. It's you know, I really use probability management. So just so many things, you know, that I do. It's not that I'm not that anal, you know, about making decisions, if you will, but you know, the important decisions in life, you know, you just want to understand. You want to put the probabilities in. So I use it all the time when I play golf.
Sure.
You know, it's really probability management. And
where's it going?
You know, like I said, you know, I've adopted this strategy, and I really try to teach it to my kids and everybody else that I know. And that's, you know, make your first mistake, make that be your worst mistake.
So it's going to be August 17th.
August 17th, 6:30, and it'll be a great, you know, we'll all have a glass of wine, you guys at home on the web, and I'll have mine after the webcast.
And so you can take a look for that next week on the web. It'll be up there next week.
Yeah, we'll get everything on the web. We'll get an email out to folks, and you know, it'll be well worth folks' time.
Yeah,
absolutely well worth it.
And of course, folks, you stay right there, because coming up next, we're going to have our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. And then we're going to be going to our man Nico, and Nico, of course, is going to keep you nice and healthy. This afternoon, of course, at, let's see, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 3 o'clock, we're going to have our man Mr. David White.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be on from 4 to 6.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's great. And you know, thanks so much, folks, for joining us here this week. You know, I love doing this show.
Oh, it's huge.
You know, and
we both love it.
It's really great time, and I just want you to know that I know that you guys have got an amazing power within yourself. You know, and I know that brings about just simply, you know, miraculous outcomes and produces unbelievable a life of abundance. And just thanks for joining us, folks. And with that power, it also turns you into money masters.
And grab it and run with it, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Have a great one. Have a safe one. You stay right there. Our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, is coming up next, folks.